Alright, hello, this is aproustian. I'm back in the Outer Worlds, and I am on my way. Oh, hi, Cecil. Hey, buddy, he just jumped up right behind me. Okay, we're good, we're good. Time to go do... What are we doing? The ones who walked away from Gorgon. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the Tartarus one, and I'm avoiding that for a while. So here's my peril on Gorgon. Pick up Lucky's trail at the Sprat shack. Finding her old journal. That's right. Yeah, it's been longer than usual. Usually I do one of these on, you know, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and I missed Tuesday because... Oh, hi, Butler. Did you... Oh, a different food service guy. Because I kind of spent too much of Monday playing Destiny, doing stuff, so I had to do more work on Tuesday. But I'm here now. Back to the ship. I just want to take a look. It's so pretty. Look at that Milky Way. Alright. I could probably fast travel, but it's not far.
Bringing canned responses. How clumsy of this unit. These things happen. Oh, calamity.
Oh, calamity. I'm gonna have to work that into my vocabulary. These things happen to this unit. Oh, calamity. Okay. I don't completely understand the geography here because I thought we had landed on Gorgon to go to the mansion, but it seems to be a separate thing than like what she was talking about, and this was up in space, I thought, from the house. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what's going on here. But these are different places. I don't know if it's just one asteroid or a system. Like, I'm like, is that where the house was? Is that supposed to be the house? Maybe on the tiny extra? I don't know. Alright, Gorgon looking pad. Yeah, we were before too, Ada. It's fine.
Well, here we... Hey, is that a saloon? I feel better already.
That is the Sprat shack. Okay, I want to see, can we... Yeah. See, that must be the house. That's where we were. Okay. It's an odd place to put a house. I feel like they must have gravity altering things.
Evacuation in progress.
Oh,
Spacer's choice is not responsible
right.
for any
We knew that. We knew there was an evacuation. Yes, I'm gonna disable it. Oh my god, I don't need to hear that all the time. When life gives you lemons, consider it a free trial from your friends at Spacer's Choice. Oh my god. Spacer's Choice has like the worst branding. I feel like they really are the worst. Like, that is a white and red Sprat. Huh. Like, they always have things that it's like on the surface maybe it sounds like it could be a good slogan, but it really is not. I have stuff to sell. Yes. And it just cracks me up. Like, oh, Spacer's Choice, you try so hard, or maybe you don't try. I don't know. Yeah, that's never good. Can I get inside there?
Keep an eye out, Captain. This place don't look entirely safe.
Is it the dead bodies that gave it away? Nah. Sorry, poor body. I was being... Oh, come on. Shh. Okay, now let's see what's in here. Sure. I will take all this stuff. Is what I am here for in this game. Taking stuff. And I'll go to the Sprat shack in a second. Huh. I wonder how big this area is. I guess I could look at the map. Okay. Oh, it's a little bit bigger than I was thinking. Oh my goodness, it's a lot bigger than I was thinking. Huh, okay, cool. That's cool. Whoops. I like the look of these little, like, space hopper things. They're kind of fun. Oh, what's this? Feels like I probably... Come on. Model low pressure helmet. Yeah, like that looks bad, right? Like that's not gone well. Ugh, decapitated by a barrier like that. Ugh, no good. Okay. I don't know why some of the barrier stuff is blue. Some of it was purple. Okay, so it's probably, it used to all be wall here along the red line. And then it got disabled. Huh. Okay, let's see what's in here. That was a marauder. That wasn't a Spacer's Choice employee. Huh. Marauders get everywhere, I guess. Heavy machine gun too. Oh, God.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later.
I'm not gonna kick it.
Have a better than natural day.
I'm gonna come back later. That's actually not worth the things to pick it. Okay. Alright. I will go ahead and make my way back towards where I'm supposed to be going. I thought I disabled that. It does give it a really weird...
I got supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared.
How are you here?
Is that what my thoughts sound like? Law, I've been standing near that alarm too long. You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one round here liable to help you out. Let me know if you're looking for something particular.
I take it that evacuation alarm wasn't urgent.
Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. Something to do with that scrap project Gorgon from years back. Thanks for turning it off, by the way. I'd have lost my mind if the damn thing had gone on much longer.
You're welcome. Why didn't someone shut it off? I am impressed about this. Couldn't you have moved away from the incessant alarm?
Well, this is the perfect spot for trading. Would have been better without being told to evacuate all the time, but the control terminal wouldn't listen to physical persuasion. I know, because even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun throw man clean across the Sprat Shack one time like he were a toss ball.
So this is Gorgon.
You mean you came out to this asteroid without knowing nothing about it? Me too.
Oh dear.
Heard it was wild here and couldn't resist. Trouble is, if you wander off to somewhere you oughtn't be, like way out in Gorgon's farthest reaches, odds are slimmer of your bits finding their way to my pockets. If you want my advice, stick close to the Sprat Shack, unless you fancy having your limbs torn off and eaten.
Your best unimpressed look. I will say I do not fancy that at all.
I figured not. Look, I ain't stopping you from wandering elsewhere. But if you do, be sure you watch out for the Marauders. That's the #1 thing. And the Mance, I guess. You watch out for Marauders, Mance, and Charles from accounting, and you'll probably be fine.
Charles from accounting?
Only the meanest Marauder on Gorgon, and also anywhere else. That man is crazier than a bag of canids and twice as likely to bite. He will bust your head open like an overripe mock apple if he so much as sees you. I ain't joking. He'll snap you in half like stale bread noodles.
Thanks for the warning.
No, you don't get it. Charles from accounting is like... Imagine if you took 3 of the most howling mad Marauders you could find and mashed them together. That's Charles.
Cecil, Valfor's already... Valfor's already there. Hey, buddy. Valfor, I know, come over here. I know, he bullied you out of that spot. What a mean Cecil. Okay. 0 times 3 is still 0. Pretty sure I've done it. You mean you've got the strength of 3 men?
That and a rocket launcher.
Okay. That's good to know about. Go back to the part about the rocket launcher?
Did I not mention that? Right. Sorry. He's got a rocket launcher.
How did he get a rocket launcher?
Couldn't say. He kills anyone who gets close enough to ask. Look, long story short, you do not fuck with Chuck. Best to avoid the Marauder camp entirely. That's my 2 bits on the matter.
What? You do not fuck with Chuck sounds like it would be a better Charles Schwab motto. Okay. What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
Only that Spacer's Choice shut it down in a big hurry. From what I heard, some of their folks got left behind even. Don't seem like the project ended well.
Excuse me. What have you got for sale? Let's
Found
see.
a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever seen before.
Huh.
Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
I guess I am the violent type. Handy deconstruction tool. Attacks from this weapon deal bonus damage to auto mechanicals. I don't think I actually need that though. Probably don't need to buy anything. Oh, I can repair here? Huh. I don't think I need to repair. Things are all in the 90s. They're fine. Oh, I'll repair this. Okay. Interesting. I'm not gonna steal his stuff. Supplies. The Spacer's Choice logo. Okay. Alright, so this is all his stuff, his wares. I'm not stealing it. I am gonna go. Ah, this is also stealing. How sad. Must be his backup supplies. Okay. Well, I think I need to go up this way, it looks like, to get to the Sprat Shack. Hmm. Serialized law and organization guardian. Interesting. Oh. Huh. Stellar freighting argosy. Electricity rationing bill in effect. By accessing this terminal, you consent to paying 1 bit per every option selected. Sure. Shipment history. Shipment history, pull request logged. Please select the following objects. Outgoing shipments. Oh, lots of these. Okay. This first one. Perseus. Terra 2 loop. Prop discharge. Edgewater. Crates containing redacted. Exceed the recommended maximum. Interesting. What about this one? Also Perseus. 100 of redacted and still too heavy for it. Incoming shipments. Ethics gradient. That's kind of funny. Tartarus to here. Sterile injection ampules. High pressure steel cylinders containing oxygen. 25 volunteers. I feel like if they're coming from Tartarus, these are not exactly volunteers. Oh my god, the profit margin. 3 corporate security squads. 3 fire teams each. Ammunition. 10 units. Moonman standee. Oh my god. Messages. Jimsy. Gorgon internal messaging system interface. It's not the best choice, it's the only choice. Thank you for using Jimsy, your employee-sanctioned messaging system. Well, let's try incoming messages first. From mostly C to Tran D. Various observations on the Argosi's rate of export with a reprimand. Mr. Tran, are you aware of the concept of relativity? This is a rhetorical question. I'm aware that Spacer's Choice training does not include business philosophy in its curriculum. Consider this a remedial education. Broadly, relativity is an economic idea that describes productivity in terms of relationship. For example, from your point of view, the Argosy, i.e. your freight depot, export shipments at a perfectly reasonable rate. However, from the point of view of your enterprising colleague, S. Raymond, the Argosy's freight depot exports shipments at a positively pathetic rate. If a single of your colleagues is capable of 3 times your productivity, then relative to your colleague, the Argosy freight depot is a failure. The rubric of your success is measured relative to your fastest, strongest, and most productive colleagues. Do you understand? That's gross. Please take a moment to consider the contents of this message. Commit them to your heart. Furthermore, please select one following reprimands below and apply it to your permanent record. Oh my god. Quality of your work is unacceptably low. Relative to that. Oh, Spacer's Choice, your colleagues. By receiving an official reprimand on your permanent record, you have violated the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct, which will result in an official reprimand. Oh dear. Outgoing to Reynard. Buddy, I don't understand how you managed to log 3 times the number of shipments I do out of that miserable shack you call an office, but you need to cut it the fuck out. Mostly's been poking at the Argosy ship rate numbers again, and now he's starting asking why Louis and I can't pack as quickly together as you can alone. Thinking maybe I should tell him you're dipping into the supply of the prototype Adrenatine. I don't think he'd like that, do you? Shit, maybe you are. If that's the case, well, maybe you ought to come and lend us a hand when we load up the next haul of test subject corpses. Oh god. Get yourself a real good view of what Kim's wonder drug does. Interesting. Archive messages. From Velasquez to Tran D. Dom, you gotta help me out. The Monarch's delivery's gone MIA, and now the big guy at corporate is messaging my personal terminal looking for answers. Not mostly, not Goodfellow. that seersucker suit-wearing imp from Byzantium, Bancroft. Your kid cousin still works in Cascadia, right? Do you think he could hoof it over to Stellar Bay and just, I don't know, poke around the port, see if it's there? The shipment ID is blah blah, the transport we packed last week. I know it's a lot to ask, you know how I feel about begging for handouts, but I swear to the law that if I looked out my door, that Bancroft guy'd be there in the street, slapping a wrench against his palm, like a mob boss in one of those bootleg serials from Groundbreaker. Please, man, you know how fond I am of my kneecaps. Oops. Oh, I should check my bill. Huh. Sure, I'll pay his bill. Congratulations on being a stellar team player, Tran. Interesting. I don't need bits. How many bits do I have? Oops. Yeah, like 36,000. I'm still fine. Well... And I paid it just in case, like, I meet this guy later. And then he'll be friendlier to me or do something for me or something. And maybe it won't have that effect. Maybe I just lose those bits. But, you know, just in case. I'm not using them for anything else. And maybe I should be. Maybe... Oh, you're a golden Sprat. See, here's the thing. Right, when we were in Byzantium, Sprat hunting in the sewers, he was like... Oh, my Sprats look different. They're white instead of gray or brown or whatever. I don't remember exactly. And these Sprats are all different colors, so I feel like there are definitely shenanigans going on here. I mean, we knew that, right? With the Project Gorgon, but it is having an effect on the local wildlife is all I'm saying. You're not normal, Sprat. Alright, well here's the Sprat Shack. Let's see what we've got.
Come here. Let's have a chat.
Hi.
Alright, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
Okay. How can I look in your eyes without blinking when you moved away? Ha, you blinked. Keep looking into his eyes.
Look up. Now look down. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation.
Morgan, captain of the Unreliable.
Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass.
I
That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
What did you mean when you said people had changed?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
What happens when people change?
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
Like the Marauders? Where exactly am I?
This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number 2, wipe your feet on the way downstairs. We're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way. That's why we have rule number 3. When people change, they stay outside, where they belong.
Let me ask you something else.
Just don't ask me to dance.
Okay. What do you do around here?
Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
That's us.
Well, I hope you look the other way just this once.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt.
Kinds of people come to the Sprat Shack.
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. A lot of time to drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects. Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10 to 1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
All right, see you around.
Stay cool.
Will endeavor to do so. Fine.
Oh, ugh. This place smells like Felix's birth.
Been an age since I had a good trip of kale. Hope they've got it on tap.
Hello, welcome. Here we are. Friday,
You're a
huh?
humbug, Trixie, and worse, a thief.
I can't steal what's lawfully mine, you tangle-footed dimwit.
Bring it up, you two. I've heard more than enough of your shit for one day.
Hello,
Welcome to
Lex.
the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
Whiskey.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage.
Huh. Not exactly. Well... I'm tempted to ask for the leads, but I hate lying. Not exactly. Can you explain what you mean?
Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
You know anyone by the name of Lucky Montoya?
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Creative incubation?
That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with slogans and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was so important. Awful shame about what happened to him.
Oh dear. What happened?
You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone around here is sick to death of it by now. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
I hate canids.
I'm an animal lover myself, but canids have temperament issues you just can't breed out. Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
Yeah. How'd you know it belonged to Lucky?
I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
Thank you, Lex. The arm made it to me. I'm Hawthorne's next of kin. Sort of.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
I like you, Lex. Why bother sending the arm at all, though?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business.
Where was Lucky staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind.
Sweet.
Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say adrenatime came from here. Just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
Any of your regulars have more information about Gorgon?
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the 2nd floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab.
What's Roscoe's story?
He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him.
Poor bastard. You looking out for him?
Roscoe's drinks are on the house. We all know how it feels to get left behind. He'll be all right. He's with the family now, and we take care of our own.
Why'd he get left behind?
He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes that's all there is to it.
What can you tell me about Lenora?
Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig.
I am always. Do you know if she spoke with Lucky Montoya at all?
Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her.
Thanks for the tip.
What are friends for, eh?
Any idea why Spacer's Choice shut Gorgon down?
I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous.
Salvagers must be making a fortune off of here.
Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs. When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open. We're just sifting through dirt.
I mean, that is my goal. No further questions.
You got it, bub.
So you run this place? I do have more
Yes
questions.
and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge.
Sublight owns the Sprat Shack now?
Yes and no. Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea.
Dare I ask why a Sprat owns this bar?
See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You think a Sprat could own Edgewater? Oh. Imagine one wearing Mr. Thompson's little hat.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules.
How would you even know which Sprat is the right one?
Easy. His name's Matt.
Okay.
The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary
Matt
vermin.
Sprat.
I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase.
Huh. This is a good question. What if Ethel Gabler turns him into Sprat first?
Never thought about that. Shit, someone could have eaten my boss. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters.
Does Spacer's Choice mind you're squatting in their warehouse?
Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential.
Can you answer any question without starting with yes and no? I'm not going to ask that. That's rude. Back to my
What's
other
your pleasure?
How do you get supplies in and out?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony, mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well-connected, and not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well-stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze.
How about a drink?
I'll set him up. You knock him back.
Okay. I don't think I actually... Well, oh, I guess I can sell this. No. Buy anything? Meh, I never need to buy stuff. I find this stuff. Okay. Cool. Now, I think that's probably pretty good for today. I will have to continue exploring and finding Roscoe and Leonora next time. Awesome.